what's up you guys, this is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on 60 Minutes Later, we have got Octavia bringing in the beat and showing the boys that you don't necessarily have to smash enemies' faces in order to get the job done. Well, technically she was smashing faces with something completely different. Now for this build I was actually able to go in about 2 hours into a solo survival, so I'll go ahead and show you the build. It has not changed since my original Octavia build, because you know this is what I like to do. When I make a build, I like to make a build that's gonna be good for a multitude of things. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's the same shit, different day. You know what I mean? The only thing that I will say, as you can see, I've got the Miter, I've got the Euphona Prime, and I've got the Zenistar. None of that really matters except for maybe the Miter. And I know I gave some people some shit. Well, I didn't give anybody some shit, but I basically said, you know, the Miter with that new mod that it's got, the neutralizing justice mod, oh, it's not gonna make me use the Miter. It made me use the Miter. I was a liar. I lied to your faces. I used it. Clearly, I did not forma it enough, and you don't really need it to forma. Really, the Miter's only really here for the, oh shit, there's a nullifier moments. Like, they're either creeping up behind me, or, I don't know, I just feel like shooting a big golden ball. You'll see the footage. You'll understand what I mean. The Euphona Prime is there because I spent way too much Kuva trying to reroll a Ribbon mod. The Zenistar is there because no reasons. I thought I was gonna use it. I didn't actually use it. Aspen, and you'll hear me talking about it in the actual video itself. Also, not really a big priority in this. I was talking about trying to bring in a Chessa for the fetch features, but in hindsight, I'm like, maybe I would end up dying. I don't know. He would end up dying way too often, then I'd have to revive him, and then all of the hullabaloo. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up right now. You saw the build and how all of the important parts of the build works. Oh, I'm also running Zeneric as the focus. I've got an Arcane Energize as the SANDR, but really that's pretty much just Fashion Frame, and to kind of get you through until you get Zeneric. So your focus isn't... I like Zeneric for this. I was gonna say it's not really important, but I do like Zeneric for this, so that's just to keep in mind. And also you get the energy drains occasionally, so it's nice to have. Anyway, I'll let you go and take a look at the footage for yourself. Alright, so I'm gonna be 150% honest with you. Honestly, I got to like 60 minutes on this mission, then I was like, I need to go have a drumstick, which was Butterfinger flavored, just to let you know. Delicious. Then I decided to watch a little YouTube, take a shower, put some makeup on, and come back. So I hope I don't ruin this. We'll see. The process is pretty simple and easy. So let's begin. I really don't even know where I left off. I'm kind of worried. Alright, just make sure you're squatting. Oh shit. Oh, get the Miter out. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so basically all that we're doing here, and I'm going to feel really, really odd, like, kind of like stating this because I'm a little bit out of it right now, but as you can see, we have kind of set up a little camp zone. This is kind of like a Vara 2.0, right? We get a little camp area out. We kind of basically keep this little area safe to ourselves. We keep up... What I actually like to do is I like to leave it down for a second. I like to leave Mallet down for a moment so that it can kind of gather some oomph into it, and then go ahead and toss it down. Ooh, be careful. See, that's one of the things that you need to be careful with this, is really make sure that you're focusing on staying invisible, but also making sure that you keep your Mallet up, you keep amp up, all of that kind of stuff, and make sure that you're also keeping an eye out on the life support. I also had some Coke Zero as well. Also make sure you're focusing on also... It's like a big game of management when it comes to Octavia. You really just want to make sure that, number one, you put yourself in a decent spot, which is going to be safe. You don't get yourself in line of fire like it is over there. Usually what I do is I'll find a place like right here, where you know that there are not enemies coming for your soul, and then you drop down one of those, and then you wait a little bit, you let it do its thing. You let it collect. As you can see, we give it a little... Oh, look at that damage! All of the damage on that. Then we toss down then we go ahead and we toss down an amp on it. So the biggest priority is stay fucking invisible. Stay invisible, keep up your mallet, do not get in the line of fire, patch heal yourself with whatever you want to patch heal yourself with, whether you run off to one of the corners and you find an enemy to melee strike in the neck, whatever it is that you want to do, just stay safe. Ooh, I can hear an explosion, you hear that? Now, as you can see, I'm going to run around here real quick. I'm going to collect all of these life support capsules, right? And then, in fact, let's make sure to get the invis on. don't forget that. Now, since this is here, oh no, it's 79%, you're fine. Run! So you drop it, and then you run, and then things are gonna shoot, and then you get the fuck out the way. That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 60 minutes. Again, I like to let it collect for a second, then I expand it. So as you can see, because of the fact that, you know, enemies are taking cover and whatnot, they're kind of shooting at it, but but you want to keep them alive for a hot second to at least let it charge up. Ooh, look at you, you just popped and died. I'll take some time out on the sides to kind of like collect anything there, but I will always try to reposition in areas where we don't have enemies, you know, coming for your soul. And then once it's down, take a second, collect all your goodies, get to another safe spot, and then kerplunk down another mallet. And it's really honestly that simple. That's what we've been doing this whole time. And I'm like, a part of me is like, DE, don't nerf this. This is like a nice alternative way to get to the top without necessarily having to like fight. But you know, you get to manage. It's a little bit different. You know, you're managing yourself. You're managing your resources. You know, Zeneric is doing its work. Who's this? Oh, it's a nullifier. I can see you in your little bag. So your backpack, and then you toss down the amp. And that's what the miter is for, is because occasionally you'll run into some shit. Oh, I need more energy. Holy shit. There must be like an energy zapper guy here. Ooh! Oh, that's one of the big scares. Toss down that mallet. Gotta kill that energy zapper guy. Really, legitimately, that's the thing, is you don't really need too much for this setup. You just need to make sure that your build is like on point. You need to make sure that your build is on point. You need to make sure that your camp spot is good. That's one of the biggest parts, is make sure your camp spot is good. Because if your camp spot ain't good, and you don't get good spawn points, because I was actually earlier in this mission was actually about to fail earlier, mainly because of the fact that legit, are we good? Are we good? I'll give it a second. So we're here at this point right now, and what we can do is do this. Where's my stealth at? I'm at 10 seconds. Let's refresh the stealth before I go in to pop that pod in the center. You know me, I like to stay in like one little area, and I know that might be a little detrimental, but I'm gonna do this. I've actually had some weird shit where enemies will just pop at me for no reason. They've like turned the fuck around. They're like, "You dead, bitch." So I had a couple of scares where literally it was like a nullifier, and he didn't have his bubble up, but he just turned around and he just popped me in the face. And I was like, ooh, something shady is going on around here. Ooh, see? And you want to really pay attention where the enemies are coming from. Pay attention to your spawn points, because if your stealth drops or if a nullifier drops down on you and you're not paying attention, it can hurt big time. Now we'll expand that. I know we've only got like 5 seconds left on it, but we might as well. We got to get some life support pods. And make sure that your beat's good, because that's a big thing. Get your beat on, because you're going to be listening to this goddamn song for a good long time. An hour with this exact same song, it's like really 4 bars. That's all you get. So make sure it's interesting. What do you call this? They should... Oh, shit. Okay. So we do that. We drop that down there. Let it charge up. Again, easy, fun and easy for all ages. And mildly frightening when you see all those motherfucking explosions, right? See all those goddamn explosions going on. You're like, no, we're gonna die. But as you can see, because of the fact that she's a scaling frame, she performs quite well, and like it's almost the Ivara easy. You know what I mean? I think it is. I think this is Ivara easy. Let's call this Ivara easy, because it's really just kind of like making sure you manage your shit. Ivara is all about, yeah, okay, it's down. And that's the #1 thing that I've learned, because before I've gotten a little antsy and tried to pick up orbs when I really didn't need to. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, oh well, I want to cap out the life support now, yada yada yada. But you got to be a little bit patient. so that you don't end up getting yourself killed like the first round that he did. I was like, the spawns were bad. I need as many of these as possible. I'm like, just wait till it wears off. Keep your invisibility up. Just focus on that and take down any nullifiers that you need. And I just laughed so hard because I was really that whole I'm never gonna use the miter thing ever. No, I'm like, yeah, let's put it on the build because it helps to you know. Ooh, I don't trust butchers. I feel like butchers can like sense you. Like they secretly know what's going on. There really weren't that many drops that time. That kind of sucked. So let's toss that there. I like to get the fuck out of the way before I like actually amp it up. You know what I mean? Cause like that's how I've died a couple times too. Just stray bullets. Stray bullets. But we could toss that down right there. We'll get the amp on. There's something preventing them from getting hurt, which is not doing great for me. This is not a happy moment for me though. There you go. Things are going right now. Things are right back where they belong, and some enemies kind of snuck back behind me, and I was like, ooh, let's be careful. I also like taking down these guys real quick because I mean, legitimately, they make things a little bit more difficult, right? We don't want any difficulty. We want the least amount of difficulty as possible. So toss down another one of those. Let that charge up. Get all up over here. Make sure that our invis is going right. It's going right. It's going tight. Ooh, sprays and sprays. All right. Toss that on there. We're good. We're good to go. Then, of course, occasionally we're gonna get the nullifier over here. I just prefer to just destroy them straight out of the gate, just so that we don't have to worry about any of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one because it looks like our life support is getting a little low. We've got 1 second left on that. I'm gonna jump down here. I'm gonna jump down here. Ooh, he knows something. He knows something. Let's go invis real quick. Let's make sure that we turn on our invisibility. Eek! I was like, it's too close. It's too close. And that glorious moment where all of them die, and you're like, oh my god, I could have. And that's the thing, at these higher levels, legitimately, all it takes is 1 or 2 bullets to take you down. So you have to be extra careful, not to piss off the gods of fate. It's really what you gotta do is just like cross your fingers and be like, please, dear Lord, baby Jesus, like don't let a nullifier drop down on me at the wrong moment. I saw that shine and I got paranoid. I was like, no, here it comes. And it's really this easy. You know what I really want though? Is I know that there's been like a lot of competition when it comes to the stealth frames. I mean, we had Loki versus Ash for like ages. That was like the big, which one is the true ninja? Number one, of course, it's Loki. Loki's always the true ninja. Can you not, please? Thank you. Loki's the true ninja. For those of you who don't know, we're just putting that out there into the universe. But it's like, who says that they can't have like a happy little family, right? Who says they can't have a little happy invisibility family? Because I think that the synergy between all of them is actually pretty fucking amazing. You get Octavia out, right? You get yourself a little bit of Octavia action, and then you drop down your amps. You know, you just basically do what I'm doing now. But guess what you do? Guess what you do? Instead of you know, fighting all of these enemies with their ranged abilities, you have Loki come in with his irradiating disarm. You disarm them, they run at the mallet, because that's the only way that they're going to attack them, right? That's the only way they're going to get to that mallet is if they attack them. So you have Loki doing that, and they got to run at it, and then boom, they's dead. You know, they're dead like that. And then, of course, you can have Avara in there, you know, for some Zenistar action, because, I mean, like she can lay it down pretty well. She can also do a little bit of control if need be. You know, whatever she needs to do. She can use the attraction to make sure that enemies are getting there in the first place and getting within range of Loki and his his disarm. Not even a radiating disarm. That's the thing, is I would even suggest not using a radiating disarm just so that they are gonna, you know, jump all up on it, right? And then you have Ash just because of the 4 of them, because there are 4 of them, you can run corrosive projection. So all Ash needs to do is, you know, whatever the fuck, just put bleeds? I don't know what the fuck he would do. I mean, like, basically all of his utility beyond that is just like maybe some bleed damage. Maybe Ash is running around with Ash is running around with the Dread and Atarax. How about that? We'll give him some of that action, right? Let's give him a little bit of that so that he can make use of his bleeding abilities. I think that's a good That's a good group synergy for them, right? I feel like that's the way to go with that group. You gotta embrace all the colors of the stealth, which is no color because it's invisibility. Let's be real. And the cool thing about this is, do I have any more in this room? Because I really, like, I'm getting a little nervous. I have 1 second left on that. I can pop that pot over there in a hot second because they're not going to be going after it anyway. Let me just make sure that my stealth is strong. Ooh, and that is why we have the miter. That is why we have the miter for occasions like that. Invisibility, 11 seconds. It's a lot of management, and I know that not everybody's going to be into it. They're probably going to, you know, want to be doing all the shooting and the killing and the murdering. But really, I mean, if you're an hour into a mission anyway, you probably don't even care how you got there. You're like, I'm just gonna use this tactic over and over. Because let's face it, it takes a little bit of cheese or a good bit of group synergy to get an hour into a mission. You know, an hour plus into a mission. If you're not doing something slightly cheesy, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. There's a little bit of cheese involved, no matter what. There's some kind of cheese involved to get into the higher ranking missions, not higher ranking missions, but the escalating missions, you know. So however you end up getting there is however you end up getting there. Let me pop that real quick too. Toss that down right there. Toss a little amp down. And what I think I'm actually gonna do, let's see if this works. I'm not even sure if this is gonna work. We'll find out real quick. I'm gonna see if I can go into another room and pop myself another pod in a different room. Can we do that? This is the first time that I've tried this, so if this fails epically, I'm so sorry. do not mind me. I just thought that it might be kind of cool to try it out, so we're gonna do that. And this might be the downfall of the mission. You saw me drop stealth there for a second. Oh shit! Now I'm lost. Now I'm lost. No. This is the reality. This is the reality of how Rob plays. Rob gets lost and ruins his extended duration run. That's the reality of it. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna collect all of our little goodies, right? We're gonna grab all those goodies, get ourselves back up to a good chunky 70-ish%, right? Drop down one of those babies. Drop down one of those babies. Boom. And we're back in business. And we've got a nice little thing in store for everybody. But yeah, no, I would love to see, because, you know, all of my friends, or the friends that I do have, are either really really busy and they have like full-time like working lives, like, you know, like legit adults. I'm kidding. This is a job, but you know what I mean. They're really busy, or I can't get all of them in at the same time, or whatever. You know how it goes. And I feel like that's a grenade. Is that a motherfucking grenade? Did you saw that, right? That wasn't just like, they don't just magically have space link that floats by your screen and all of a sudden you gotta worry about that shit, right? That looked like a grenade. It looked like it literally just landed right in front of my face. I'm like, I don't want to die. Can you please take mercy on my soul and not kill me with a random grenade? But yeah, no, I would love to see a 4-squad of all of the stealth frames like getting together, showing each other like some massive love, working in synergy to do an extended run. I think that would be really cool. And you know, there's what the fuck was that? You guys saw that, right? I got worried for a second. I was like, the screen froze for a moment. I was like, no, don't do this, please, not now. It's been 70 minutes. Take mercy on me. Oh, we got some ancients. Oh, I don't trust that. See, I always worry. I'm like, I always feel like those butchers, they know the secrets. They know where, you know, all of the secrets are being held. They can hear me. I probably shouldn't be doing this out in the open, but let's go ahead, grab some of that, toss one of those down. Yeah, I totally feel like, I don't know, because I've had, as Loki, okay? As Loki, legit, I've had more of those motherfuckers come up behind me and bash me in the fucking skull than any other enemy. Them and an ancient. An ancient will fucking just grapple you, and I'm like, how'd you even see me? But apparently they got it. Now, I think we've been at this for quite a while, and I think that you guys are probably going to get bored. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much just going to chill out here, see how far we can go with this, see how far we can go with this build, see how far we can go with this setup. Because I think you guys have the general gist of it, and I don't really want to hold this over your heads any more than than, you know, it needs to. I think y'all get it, you know? This is it's a very simple concept. Get yourself a miter with that little nullifier shield bubble popper just so that you don't have to worry about them too much. Because you know me, I have very low technical skill. Well, I won't say low technical skill, but I panic. And when I panic, things go to shit. So what ends up happening is I don't perform very well, and you know, everything falls apart. And that's the name of that game. So now we just wait for, again, oh, see, I always worry because I see all those little particle effects from the explosiones, and I'm like, we's gonna die. Let's not die today. Ooh, there's a nullifier. See? Perfect. It's perfect, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this right here because it's right front and center. They don't know I'm here yet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop that down and I'm gonna jump the fuck away. Jump the fuck away. Alright, so y'all get the gist. I'm gonna be at this for a little bit longer. We're gonna go ahead and continue recording, and we'll see what we can make out of it, where we walk out from this, how far we can go. Alrighty. Maybe I'll take another break and have a drumstick. Alright, so the longer that I play, the more I realize that one of the big things that you need to do with this kind of setup is legitimately learn the shuffle. I know it sounds so weird, but one of the things that I've really been paying attention to, like, oh, there's somebody over there, oh, there's somebody over here, let me just make sure that none of them come too close, because sometimes, you know, you have to like pop, what is it called? You have to pop, what is the life support capsule things? So I'm like, oh, okay, and then you're like, oh, there's some people coming from this side. Oh, that's another thing. If you hear the little ping, 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 the little explosion thing, just move. That's what we're calling the Octavia shuffle. Oh my god. Man, I remember when I was trying to record the intro to this, not the intro to this video, but the intro to like the Avara. Oh my god, the Octavia video. Oh god. Listen. It's hard to tell them apart. Am I a stealthist? Does that make me racist against stealth and I just can't tell stealthy people apart? But no, legitimately, Octavia, that's like one of the things you need to learn with Octavia is the Octavia shuffle. It's kind of like the, oh shit, they're coming from that angle shuffle and you need to move. That's what you need to do shuffle. And that's how I feel right now. I'm like, ooh, you better move. Like, come over here, drop that down. Ooh, I see some bullets flying that way. Ooh, I better move. Get the Octavia shuffle on. Make sure you avoid everything. Pay very close attention to the audio keys of your surroundings, because sometimes you'll hear explosion stuff that you may or may not want to participate in. You know, actually, while this is here, please don't get me. Don't get me. Okay, we're gonna move now. And the cool thing about this is Kitty has actually stripped some of the armor from them. One of the things that I also wanted to note, which I thought was really interesting, that I want to try this out in future, but I don't know if this is going to end up fucking me over more than anything, because it might end up fucking me over. I like the fact that my cat has stayed fairly close to me and kind of just, we gotta do the Octavia shuffle. We gotta make sure that we're not going to catch a stray bullet, you know? It's very important. Oh, there goes their bubble. But I wanted to see if I could try this with a Chesakubro. And the main reason that I wanted to do that is because, you know, I always gotta kind of put my ass on the line to run out and grab these pods. So I'm wondering if, since I'm not too far from these pods themselves, if I could go ahead and kind of like drop down a Chesa. Not drop down a Chesa like they're a summonable character or something, but, you know, like bring a Chesa with me and have them kind of seek it out. However, I am mildly scared that they're gonna get in the line of fire, you know, because they don't know how to do the Octavia shuffle. So they might get blasted and I might have to, like, you know, wait for each round to go and revive them, which wouldn't necessarily be that big a deal. Octavia shuffle. Which wouldn't necessarily be that big a deal, but at the same time, especially because it's pretty safe, like if you res them in between rounds, but it's just like another thing you gotta manage, and I'm like, is that a thing that I really care to, you know, partake in? The one thing that I am noticing as the time goes on, it becomes harder and harder to kill enemies, which means that you get less and less. I know this is like a basic survival thing, but you know, there's less and less to kill, and I've had to burn a couple pods, you know, a couple survival pods, whatever we want to call it. Ooh, let's just move out the way till we hear the explosion go off and we know that we're safe. life support pods. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying the whole time. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's like, I've noticed that I've had to burn a couple life support pods, and now, you know, we're sitting around, we're comfortably sitting more around, like, around 50 than we were earlier when we were sitting around, you know, like, 80, like, not 80 to 100, but like 80 to like 90, you know, and, I mean, that's just kind of how mechanics work. As time goes on, it's gonna be more and more difficult to kill an enemy. Why was that? I felt like that mallet was definitely in the amp zone. Don't you? Well, you guys probably wouldn't see it, but it looked like it was in the amp zone. It took him out anyway. But yeah, see, I get a little worried that the Chessa is gonna run into that line of fire and get. I think my Chessa's a boy. Yeah, I think he was gonna get his butt whooped, and that's not good at all. See, I don't feel like we're getting as many drops as we did before, but I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me being crazy. I mean, we do have a lot of life support pods that I could go and pick up right now, so let's go ahead and pop a couple of those, and then we'll continue on this never-ending journey. This never-ending journey of extended duration runs with Octavia. Just dance to the beat. That's all girl, that's all you gotta do, girl. All you gotta do is just dance to the beat. Alright, so that was one of the final revives right there. So we're gonna get our asses out right the fuck now. Holy shit, did you see the stress on my face? That was, I don't know if my cat came after him or something happened, but definitely, it's time to go. Sorry, Aspen, I ain't resin your ass. We gotta go. We do, however, need to trigger another invisibility just to make sure. Thank God that cats have no loyalty issues. You're fine if you're dead. We'll get you later. You'll be fine. We can make a clone. We're all good. So I believe that puts us at the 2-hour mark? Where do we find that? I don't know where we find that, but y'all saw the timer. You guys saw where that was. I don't actually see where usually I thought they used to have that points mark there, but that pretty much brings that to an end. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but yeah, that was a pretty good run. You know, there's always a couple little clinch shots here and there where maybe I'm not doing the Octavia shuffle. Maybe I was doing the Avara shuffle and not necessarily the Octavia shuffle. But that does it for this episode of 60 Minutes Later with Octavia. Sometimes that's how you beat your enemies, with the beat. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I would love to see. I'm going to try to encourage a couple people. There's a couple people I know out there that do team runs. So I'm going to see if I can push them to do the Octavia Loki combo that we were talking earlier. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Make sure that you get on your manticords, make some good music that you can put up with for 2 hours. And let's be real, the run definitely felt like it was kind of coming to an end anyway. Things were not progressing. You know, we weren't getting kills as fast as I would have liked. We were having to run into different rooms to pop the, what is it called? The thing. The life. I can't remember names. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. So as always, wait, how does it go? Love somebody. Listen, that run took a lot of me, okay? So, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo body. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.